Guys, we are in my messy room. This is my sim racing stand. I just started getting into sim racing, bought the pedals and that wheel aftermarket. Sorry, like I said, it's messy. I'll get to that in a second, but I just got the Thrustmaster shifter. So what we're doing today, or the issue that I'm having, is that for some of you, you might have this issue as well. This is the stock Thrustmaster pivot pin. So I'm going to be honest with you right now from the get-go. This is a known issue with Thrustmaster wheels. As you can see, the metal is a very thin setup on here. It actually goes through that plate right there and hangs through this hole right there. So what happened is essentially my nephew was playing with this wheel. I was teaching him how to drive stick in Forza Horizon 4. He kind of pulled up on the wheel twice, and because it is a used wheel and being an inexperienced sim racer, he kind of forced this bad boy to snap. So what I did is I went down to the hardware store and saw what I could get for repairing this, because obviously this will, along with this, which we're going to JB weld that in as well. JB weld's right there. There's my foot. But I needed a replacement for this, so I could still use this with that. And as you can see, you might be able to, I kind of like preemptively put marks on here to try to use like tapped wood screws to kind of maybe just in the interim. That I'm going to just skip over because at this point I don't need that. So I went down to the hardware store and I picked up these items. And these items here literally cost me under 10 bucks. So the JB Weld I already had before, but I always recommend JB Weld, especially metal on metal. And that's what the paper plate's for. We're going to mix the JB Weld on there. But literally, a metal rod, same size. One thing I did notice, and I was actually kind of excited about, is that, honestly, if I just insert this here, I technically would not have to JB Weld it. I could literally just put the housing back together, and it's going to sit right in there. Now, the only issue with that being is I don't think you can see that, but that piece right here is only threaded halfway through. So if I JB weld it from the inside onto the metal plate, it's going to give it some more stability. Yes, it's going to be a pain in the ass to get it in there and weld it and hold it out, but it'll give it more stability, and it'll also peek through the collar more, and we'll get more clearance. So that'll allow the base plate to go through on here as it would be OEM. Now, the nice part about all these pieces is they're standard fit. This has the screw in it. So you're not dealing with metric anymore. So if this were to break a second time, all these parts are super cheap to replace. And like I said, under 10 bucks. I got the wrap tape for something else, so don't worry about that. But like I said, it's relatively inexpensive. I think this is going to be the best option for repairing this. When I get this done and fixed and fully repaired, I will make a review video and just let you know kind of how it's going with that. But other than that, wish me luck and happy racing.